Welcome to session 20. Lady Tallis had arrived at Ilverstar Manor, badly injured and in a state of great fear.
Oh.
Despite his better judgment, Ignatius escorted her inside and there learned that she had been captured by Severin and handed over to the demon lords of the Nine Hells as a plaything, where she suffered greatly. She had escaped with the help of one Lord Volmer, and having learned of a possible way to defeat Routhator using the cat staff of the ancient mage Tulrun, she approached Ignatius for help. Ragnar did not look so kindly on her, and tried to strangle her and crush her skull, as he remembered what she had done to his squire Reynard. Ignatius had been waiting for such a moment, however, and teleported himself and Tallis to safety. He then took her back to the dungeon of the Lord's Palace. The rest of the day was spent shopping, investigating Tallis' story, and preparing to aid the Arcane Brotherhood in retrieving the elemental cores required to empower the Forge of Spells. Meeting with Bramalag Goldenvoice, the party decided to try journeying to the highest mountain first. Bramalag opened up the portal and they travelled through into the very inhospitable terrain. Icy winds, huge chasms and swirling snow met them. They managed to summon the great ancient air elemental and managed to defeat it in battle, turning it into a chicken for a portion of the fight, and they extracted the elemental core. Deciding to wait until after the Council of Waterdeep before trying for a second core, the group returned home to rest. The next morning, Mered was the target of an assassination attempt using purple worm fungus in his broth. Mered survived the attempt, though he enjoyed his breakfast a second time on the way back up. At the Council of Waterdeep, many things were discussed. The Zentarium demanded control of Zonthal's tower in exchange for their help, and it was reluctantly granted, against the wishes of Ontharr Thrum and Sir Istaval. The Army of the North had formed, and Marshal Ravensguard requested the group's presence at his command tent to discuss tactics. Leosin revealed that the Harpers had learned the planned date of the ritual to summon Tiamat. It would begin on midwinter and conclude 5 days later on the 5th of Alturiac, only 20 days away. After the meeting, Ragnar was taken to one side by Ambassador Brawnanville and taken to the ambassador's chambers. There he was greeted by Queen Dagnabbit Waybeard of Mithril Hall herself.
Dagnabbit.
Dagnabbit.
He requested his aid in defeating the vampire battle rager Thibbledwarf Gwent, who was now terrorising the dwarven capital. She would supply him with his information her spies had learned, the location of Gwent's hideout. After a busy day, the group returned home to rest once more, only to find a familiar figure talking to Rajal. Dray Hopborn had returned, and he still held the blade Hazarorn in his grasp. You did a lot.
Aye.
That was a busy one.
So,
Well, it's not our first rodeo, mate.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Love it. Love it.
well, it's time to mount the King Bronco once more. Dray looks haunted, even more down than usual. His eyes splitting from side to side nervously. His fingers constantly twitching towards the hilt of Hazarorn on his side.
So what happened, Dray?
My friend,
Tell us of your adventures.
my journey nears its end, and I need your help if you are willing to give it. I've discovered what Hazarorn is, and what it wants. But I've also discovered how to stop it. To stop
Okay.
it, I have to give it exactly what it wants.
Which is?
I have travelled far in my research, Ignatius, but I have learned the following. Hazarorn is not a sentient weapon in the normal sense. It is a phylactery for a soul. The only way to release the sword and myself is to return the soul to its body. That's why the problems begin. You see, Hazarorn was a Dracolich.
Oh dear.
He made a deal with my patron Minogfell. As a result, his soul was saved when his body perished. Many years ago, during the Thousand Years' War, Azeroth unleashed hell on huge swathes of the land. He was eventually slain by the famous giant warrior, Adjourno Wormweaver, the Dragon Queller. The problem I had was that the few records were thousands of years old. I cannot discover whether the Dragon Queller slew Azeroth or what was done with the body, but I have discovered someone who will know. The Oracle of Thunderforge, known as Borum the Seer. Thunderforge was the ancient forge of the giant's weapons. It's been lost for centuries, but I have found a map that shows it lies on an island beyond the purple rocks in the trackless sea. Legend says the Oracle is the spirit of an ancient storm giant king, trapped by a long-forgotten sea god on the Thunderforge Islands and forced to craft magical artifacts for the god. I intend to head out there, find and speak to the Oracle, and learn where Azeroth's body is located. I will then venture to the site, release his soul back into his body, and slay the Dracolich once and for all, or die trying.
Well, I'm sure Ragnar will be able to help you out. You do know Dracoliches are kind of partially immune to magic, don't you? Maybe you didn't.
Dracoliches is thin. I know that the cult of the dragon was originally formed to create Dracoliches.
Well, anyway, best of luck with that, Dray. Honest. Good luck.
I was hoping
So the thing,
you would help me, but if not, I will journey alone.
What kind of time frame are we looking at? You need to go, Dray.
The journey there will take 2 days, I imagine. If we can find a ship willing to take us.
So
2 days there,
better
day
part
or
of a
so
week.
there. Looking at, and we've got a travel.
4 days, a
fine.
day running around, maybe 2.
What else have we got left to do, Merid? We've got to get this other.
That's 6 days. We've got a
Excellent.
vampire. That's going to
We've
take.
got a vampire we've got to deal with, and
Have you told us about that, Ragnar? Your little.
Yeah, over breakfast, I told you about it.
Okay.
and what else have we got to do? We've got to go and head up. What was that item we've got to get that can destroy the staff of the cat?
We've got to get the cat staff to destroy your dad.
Yeah, that's the one.
You need another elemental core for the Forge of Spells.
Core. Got to speak to the commander.
Yeah, we're running about a week short, really, aren't we? On
The
time?
core and the commander we can do in a day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Then if we try and get that staff of the cat and see how much time we got left, eh?
Yeah, then we'll do the vampire, and then we can come and help
Yeah,
you,
do
Dray,
the
if we've got-
vampire, and then if we've got enough time, we'll come and help you, Dre.
before we have to stop the dragon
Yeah.
ritual.
I will make
So-
inquiries at the docks for a ship. And I will wait
Good.
4 days.
How long?
4 days.
Don't think you
All
were
right.
quite listening to us, Dray. We've got a bet on, mate.
I understand.
If we're done in 4 days, then we'll help you.
Thank you. I understand
Yeah.
you have other things to deal with. I
What?
will be staying.
Well, we've
with
already
this-
lost the time. It took you about a week to tell us the story, so...
He does go on a bit. Have I told you about what happened to my parents?
Yeah, you have, actually. We can skip that bit.
What happened to them? Lilith? Another breakfast? Ingrid, sorry, not Lilith.
Right, so we better get cracking then.
Right.
I will
Yeah,
How
we'll
about
look into
you
that. We'll
at
look
the
into
skewered
that.
dragon in the docks.
You what? Sorry.
I will wait for you at the Skewered Dragon Tavern in the docks.
Okay.
It's
All right.
good to
Good to see you again, Drake.
And you, Rachel.
Try and stay out of trouble.
He's tiny.
Trouble
Isn't he?
seems to follow me wherever I go.
Well, to be fair, you start it most of the time. But anyway.
May your gods go with you.
And likewise, Dre. We'll hope to see you soon.
Yeah.
Okay,
What, where'd he go?
He leaves like Batman. Disappears.
Just
Batman just disappeared. That's like Batman coming to a Superman to form a partnership. Why?
At least I don't have to do that voice
Why
for a
would
bit.
you need me?
Jesus, how
Yeah.
Chris kept that up, I will never know. I don't smoke enough for that voice anymore.
Right then. Do you want to go see the marshal, see what he's up to?
Yeah, and then we're on the way back. We'll go and see Bramalama Ding Dong. And get that next essence. We'll try at least.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's head off after breakfast and go see
Well,
the.
it's 4 in the
Lord
afternoon
Marshal.
at the moment.
All right. Well, let's go see the marshal now.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Let's go north.
Okay, so you have a bite to eat, refreshing yourselves up, and head out towards the field ward where you last travelled to do battle, where you were ambushed by a red dragon and some agents of the cult of the dragon.
Oh, before I go, Neil, I'd pick up a stone, just a little pebble out of the, and put it in my pocket, out of the courtyard.
Okay. You pass through the field ward. Parts of it are still being rebuilt after the recent attack. It's cold. The snow has stopped, but it's still chilly out. And as you leave the gates at the north of the field ward, you see a huge field of tents has been set up where the army lies. Knights in purple armour, dwarves with huge axes, tieflings and elves from the Arcane Brotherhood. It's raucous and chaotic. Some of the troops are being marshalled and trained, all under a steady rain which just starts to fall. As you pass, some people stop what they're doing and point at you with excited whispers. Some bow. And then you see a familiar face. A huge male Goliath wearing only leather breeches with a long black ponytail strides towards you. You last saw him at the tournament in Score Noble several months earlier.
Oh, wow.
He strides up to you, his huge axe in one hand. As he approaches you, he stands in front of you, glaring at you, and then takes a knee before you. I would like to thank you for your service with the folks of the Sword Coast and inspiring me to sign up for the fight.
No worries.
No problem at all. Get up out of the mud, please, sir.
He stands up and he thumps his chest. Thrump
Give-
Garangolian is pleased to serve in the army of the North. I tell my
I look
friends
at-
about you.
In a dramatic way, I kind of look him up and down and then say, well, it looks like the Dragon Army needs to get a bigger army. Look at you.
Thank you, baby.
We stand a chance, thanks to you. He nods, and then he turns and marches back over to the tent he came from.
Oi, Ignatius, who was that again? I completely forgot.
He was from the tournament.
Which one?
You know, the one at the very start of the our adventures that led us here.
What one where it was in the arena with the robot?
It was that
Yes,
tournament,
that
yeah.
tournament.
He's the
That
one who won the
tournament, but
fighting
not-
competition, and
Yeah.
I believe he won the archery competition as well.
Oh, right. Nice.
As he walks away, you notice at his waist he's wearing a a beautiful quiver with a javelin, an arrow, and a crossbow bolt.
No, giving up the crossbow.
You carry on moving through the tents, and then you hear a shout of recognition. Yes! You look over and see a female dwarf with one eye, half deaf, 7 fingers and a singed beard, covered in soot, standing about 20 feet away.
Hey, I'll jog over and give her a warm embrace.
Yes, you Marlers.
Yeah, you branded. That's right, you belong to her.
How are you, Marla?
Marla, not forgotten your blade. Marla,
How's it going?
Marla has signed to march with army and repair weapons. Marla's shop busier than ever.
You alright?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Soot.
So, does that mean the weapons have to be put on pause, or are you going to be doing it on the way?
No, nearly ready.
Lovely. When would you like me to come and collect then?
She starts counting on her fingers. She looks confused when she gets to 7, and then
I'll give
puts
him a
4
hand.
of the fingers down. 3 days.
3 days. Okay. And did you? I paid in full, hadn't I?
Had you? I don't think you had.
That's what
I think you paid half. No, I'm just double checking.
You don't remember.
I don't think he gave her any money at all.
No.
No. Oh, last. My memory. Sorry. How much was the outstanding?
She counts on her fingers again. 7?
700.
1,000?
7,000.
Yeah, she's just nodding and grinning at you.
Face goes purple and I start coughing. All right. 7,000.
Okay, she waves at you and then kind of runs off, slipping in the mud slightly as she has a heavy limp.
Well, I've got a heavy limp, but it's. Yeah.
You carry on through the tents, and you find it's easy to find Marshal Raven Guard's tent. It's one of the largest on a low hill, surrounded by scores of flaming fist guards. You seem to be expected. The guards pass to one side as you approach and let you in. One of them holds the flap of the tent open. You head in and you find Alder Ravensguard inside, poring over maps with his generals. In the centre of the tent is a huge table covered with an intricately detailed map on which stand beautifully carved wooden figures that represent units of the rapidly ascending army.
We're playing Risk.
You're here. Thank you for coming.
Lord Marshal.
I'd welcome
got
your
the dice.
advice. You've proven yourselves worthy of the honorific that have been bestowed on you, and you know more about the cult than most. Perhaps you can help us. We're planning the battle ahead. And he gestures at the map.
Oh god.
Let me know when it comes through.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah. Wow.
The units already placed on the map. All the units on the left top corner haven't been placed. They are units of the Army of the North. He then describes the different units that are on the map. There are 5 worm speakers, 18 divisions of cultists numbering 500 troops each, 4 divisions of devils worshipping, counting 50 troops each, 8 chromatic dragons of various colours, 2 divisions of giants of 100 troops each,
Mother.
3 divisions of mercenary troops, 1,000 each, 4 divisions of red wizards, 200 troops each. In total, around 13,200 troops, plus dragons and worm speakers.
Whoa.
So which are which? So I take it the ones with the 4 dragon heads are the dragons. Oh no, there's a picture of a dragon. For the dragons.
Yeah.
They're the dragons.
These are the latest troop movements we have from the Harpers. We're wondering where best to place the army. Will probably be approaching from the west, from the reaching woods, possibly along the canyon of the river.
Alright, that sounds sensible.
So you're going to go
I
through a
need to
canyon.
delete some of these. Hold on. Need to remove that.
So
because we
the
don't
symbol
have the
of the 4 dragon heads, what are they? Like 5 dragon heads.
The 5 dragon heads are worm speakers.
Right, where's the... How'd you get the pencil?
You should be able to pick up the tokens and move them about.
I want a pencil.
Pencil, you right click, then there's drawing at the bottom of the radial menu.
There we are.
It'll draw in whatever colour you have your dice set to. So you can change it if the colour if you need
Alright, how do I change my dice colour?
On the top right hand side, there's like an artist's palette icon, little icon.
Thank you.
Stick the magic users against the magic users. Put the troops in them against troops, and dragons against dragons, and
He
stuff like
runs down what troops are in the Army of the North, or are hoping to be there. 3 divisions of Waterdeep and Neverwinter troops, 1,000 per division, mainly foot troops and conscripts. 1 division of the Knights in Silver, 500 mounted troops. 2 divisions of Elven Eldritch Knights, 250 per division, they're mounted on stags. 3 units of Harpers, around 50 men per unit, spies and infiltrators. 4 divisions of Flaming Fist, around 1,000 per division, hardened foot troops. 1 brigade of the Purple Knights of Cormia, 150 men, hardened battle knights who are mounted. 2 divisions of Dwarven Infantry, 250 per division with siege equipment. 3 divisions of the Paladins of Elturel, commanded by the Order of the Gauntlet, 100 per division. They will serve as healers and support.
Alright.
An Emerald Enclave Brigade of Treants and Lycanthropes, best used for infiltration and spying, around 100 strong. A brigade of Centaurium Assassins, 50 strong. Possibly Skyreach Castle, you're not sure. A unit of spellcasters from the Arcane Brotherhood, 100 troops, and 5 metallic dragons. Totaling 9,510 troops total.
Well, are we supposed to say where they've got to go?
Yeah, he's after your advice, basically. Any advice you might have.
Right, so you want to approach... Right, you're the general, but you want to approach from the Reaching Woods.
Our main army will be approaching from the Reaching Woods. We're still discussing whether it's best to approach along the river, which leaves us open to ambush from the cliffs above, but will be a clearer route than the hills around it.
Right, first things first.
Is it possible to get any troops around to the storm?
Why is it in black?
To the storm? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
The storm
to
mountains.
flanking from the back. You know, crush like a vine.
We may be able to fly some troops round using dragons, but our mobility is limited. It's a big army.
Yeah, maybe get some of the Harpers in there up the rear of the Sunset Mountains with seeing glasses to help.
Well, here, this is your first problem. What we need to do is send the assassins brigades through the woods to eliminate that early warning system, which is those 2 units there.
What are those 2 units and what are those numbers? Because there's only 50 assassins.
Those 2 units are cultists. Just bear with me 1 second. I'll tell you exactly how much is in a unit. This is according to the latest spy information, so it might not be perfectly accurate. Yeah, so they are divisions of cultists numbering around 500 troops each.
Yeah,
Right.
you never get
So
this
if
stuff.
we send the Treants and Lycanthropes with them as well, because they're infiltration specialists. And then once that's dealt with, they peel off.
Sorry guys, can I just check? My PC says it's 8 o'clock at night, but it's not, is it?
No.
My
it's 7.
PC hasn't updated.
No, it's 7.
Yeah, I thought so. Alright, just double checking. Sorry, Ragnar, what was your question again?
We've got the Treants haven't we, as well, and the Lycanthropes.
You have, yes. That
How many
is
of them?
the Treants and Lycanthropes. There are about 100, but they're much stronger than normal troops.
Yeah, they're infiltrators as well, aren't they? So
Yeah.
that would be ample to take out, 1,000 cultists?
He goes ahead and he picks up a finely carved figure carved in the shape of a stag's head. And he moves it across to where you were saying. It may be enough, certainly to serve as a distraction whilst the main army passes.
And he wanted the assassins in there as well, did you?
Well, we need to cut them off from being able to travel backwards and notify those at the Darkhold and those at the Sunset Mountains.
So the assassins should move ahead and circle behind those troops. Thus, and he picks up a polished piece depicting a winged serpent flying downwards and moves it across. I think that will be enough to let our army pass without the early alarm being triggered. Though of course they do have aerial scouts as well.
Yeah, they got magic.
We're coming. We're 10,000 men.
They won't be able to hide us. We aren't going to sneak our army up on them. Well, maybe.
We're hoping to. It will take us 2 weeks to march there, but we're hoping to hide our initial movement through the magics of the Arcane Brotherhood. So we get within a day or 2 without being spotted. That is our hope.
Well, if you have your troops, I say if you have your troops marching on the high ground there, then they'll have to assault across the ravine, won't they?
Cutting the army in half.
Yes. Or, well, they are defending. They do not have to assault us. They are defending the Well of Dragons.
Well, I mean, if our
he points to the Well of Dragons, which is there.
Oh, we have to get there. We have to get there, don't we? We have to stop it. Oh, yeah.
Our current plan is that you will, when you are ready, will fly to catch up with the army, hopefully before battle is joined. And then you and a series of crack troops that I will handpick personally from each faction will fly on Dragonback directly to the well whilst the battle rages on the outside.
Is the Well of Dragons the only settlement that they're going to be defending?
Yes, it's an ancient volcano, and the Temple of Tiamat lies inside the caldera of the volcano.
Well, maybe we should take the assassin. You can't move a whole division. There's only 50 assassins.
The Harpers tell us that there are lava tubes leading into the volcano, some of which are less used than others. We're hoping to get a crack team, including yourselves, hopefully inside those tubes, whilst the rest of the army acts as a distraction and pulls their forces away from the volcano.
Well, just thinking with your mounted troops, obviously they're going to be no good in the hills or down the ravine. Yep.
Well, that's simple then. We send a decent size force of foot troops up the ravine to bait them in.
Yeah, bait definitely.
And then we hit them with cavalry.
So we send
And
one
fast
unit,
attack
that's
troops.
1,000 troops of conscripts up the river. He takes a symbol of Neverwinter, a carved symbol of Neverwinter, and puts it on the river.
Because then you could have your knights assaulting from the woods, because they'd be hidden in the woods, and take anything that comes from that side. You could also have your knights coming in from that side. Yep. And take anything.
I suggest we send all of the detachments up the middle. Neverwinter, Guard,
That's
and
3,000 troops that will be in the valley.
How many?
3,000 for 3.
Yeah, and then we give them the cover of the dragons.
They'll be tripping over themselves, maybe.
They will be well trained enough, but the problem is movement will be limited. The walls of that valley are sheer, so they will be strung out in a long line. The river is, they're several hundred feet across, but even so, down that valley, 3,000 troops will be strung out.
Maybe not all of them then. Maybe just a tasty enough morsel to bait.
My
some
guts
of them
tell
in,
me
and-
we should hold some in reserve at
Yeah.
least.
I just think if hiding some troops, I can't see the name of that. North Darkwoods, is it? North Dark.
North Darkwood, yeah.
Attacking from North Darkwood, you could hide something good in there and come at them from there, and also in the reaching. Is it the reaching? Can't see.
Yes, the Reaching Woods.
From where we launch the Treants, you could have another prong hiding in there to take anything that swoops on from Darkhold or the Sunset Mountains.
What are the symbols of look like an orange flame?
That's the Flaming Fist, so they're hardened troops from Baldur's Gate. 4 divisions, about 1,000 troops per division.
Where are the wizards?
They're the best fighters.
Where are the wizards?
The wizards
Blue Fist.
are... Hold on. A single unit of the Arcane Brotherhood, which is the... let me just double check.
Blue Fist, isn't it?
No. The Blue Fist is, they hope, is a unit of Frost Giants from Alderveld. They've received word that the Frost Giants are marching towards the Well of Dragons.
Okay.
So the Blue Fist, and there's a picture of a floating castle. Those are the giants, basically. The Arcane Brotherhood is the ship, is their symbol.
Is the ship?
Yeah, that's their symbol.
Okay, what's their wizards?
100 troops
Well, I've never.
of battle mages.
No, where's the enemy's wizards?
The problem we have is that the enemies have many casters. They have red wizards, 4 divisions of those. But the cultists themselves, some of the cultists are spellcasters. They also have devils and dragons that can cast spells.
Where's the majority of their spellcasters grouped together? What are those 2 fists and that upside down pentagram above the S of Sunset?
That is devils and giants in the service of the cult.
Who are these boys?
Which boys? What's the symbol?
All I think is you need to neutralise their casters with our castles, or maybe clerics who can silence the casters, because that's apart from other casters, clerics silencing casters is a good tactic, isn't it?
Those ones you asked Ragnar are mercenaries. So,
And
yes, I think we have the basis of a plan forming here.
3 dragons here.
But don't ask me. I've never ever fought in a pitch battle before, so I ain't got a bleeding clue, really.
Your word is still worth listening to.
Well, maybe we shouldn't send. I think maybe the assassins and the if we're infiltrating, we're going to need them with us, and then we'll just send a contingency of.
If they will be in battle with the cultist units, if they're victorious, then they could move across, certainly. What are we going to do with the dwarven siege engines? Where should they be set up?
If the only settlement is a well of dragon itself,
where are their stationary defences and not just troops?
Yeah.
Their stationary defences are around the north of the Well of Dragons.
And somehow you need to get the dwarves broken through to that area.
There is a tall hill nearby. We could move them there. The other hill is here, but it's too close to their troops. But maybe from here?
Yeah. I do
Speak
think
to the dwarves. Check their ranges.
I think these plains here are probably best for the cavalry because everywhere else looks really hilly and mountainous.
But the siege machines will be susceptible to
everything.
Dragons, so that's why I think this box area here is where we focus our dragons, so they have aerial support in that box there, so the advancing cavalry can be protected as well.
Yes, the dragons will need to engage the chromatic dragons to keep them off the other troops.
I thought they were on our side, the chromatic dragons. Oh no, the metallic dragons are on our side.
What's this little group down here on the far hills, down the most southern group?
That is the ancient fortress of Darkhold, which the cult has taken hold of. There is, our spies tell us there is a blue dragon there, a worm speaker, a unit of devils and mercenaries.
So why don't we send the giants at them? Because they're storm giants, aren't they?
Frost giants.
Frost giants.
Thing is, if they're coming down from the north, they'll have to cross the entire battlefield.
If we could persuade the dwarves, one unit of dwarves, to travel with the giants, Darkhold would make a good target for the siege engines.
Well, yeah. have them travel to Badusk, then portage along the river Keonthar, which goes into the southern part of the Sunset Mountains, and then march north to Darkhold. If you look at a larger map of the Sword Coast.
That's a good idea, Ignatius. We hadn't considered that. It would mean splitting the army off, but
it would mean they'd be attacking from a direction they're not expected, and using the river Keonthar would mean quick portage.
That smaller army approaching from the south would not have magical cover unless we split our mages.
Which is going to be tricky when you're facing devils and red wizards.
Do the giants need magical cover? Frost giants against a blue. What's the blue? Lightning. Is it? No.
Blue dragon.
Yeah, but if someone takes hold of their minds.
What you do is you just fly the castle right into the middle of them, crash it, boom, Armageddon.
What? Straight into Darkhold? Jump. Get off.
Yeah. Get rid of the bulk of their fort, fly the castle right in, boom.
They'd never be able to convince the giants to do that after they'd got it. But I mean, joking aside, it would be an excellent diversion using the castle as a weapon itself. But I don't think the giants would do that.
I could put it to them, ask them if they'd be so kind as to wreck their castle to take out Darkhold.
We are in communication with a elf called Pressleaf.
Oh yeah,
strange fellow. But we can send word and request that the castle flies above the caldera and covers that area from above. They are setting up siege engines atop the castle as well, trebuchets and the like.
Ooh.
What's the enemy icons? What's the grey circular symbol?
The grey circular symbol is red wizards.
So if they're more in the north, that's where we need our magic
Wizards,
users. Yeah.
They're kind of grouped together, aren't they, in those 4?
That's because many of them will be partaking in the ritual. As I said, this is the current state of affairs. It may change slightly.
Have you considered sneaking in harpers, using those as infiltrators, but sending one wizard with each harper to set up permanent teleport points behind their lines? So a harper would sneak in a wizard, he would set up a teleport point, and then we could teleport in troops and wizards to counteract those wizards in
to Bramalak about that. I don't know how many troops can be teleported at once. It may take some time to do, but it's certainly
any that can make a lot of noise would split their troops from east to west and would split their concentration instead of just being focused on what's coming from the west.
What happens if we
It's
just
a possible suicide mission for sure, but it's a winning tactic.
What if we just crash the castle straight here into the mountain? Just fucking wipe the fucking circle of dragons out. No ritual, done. Game over.
Ricky's going for the nuclear bomb method.
If you wish to ask the giants to crash their castle for a second time.
Ground zero.
You know where those 2 cultist units are? On fire. They're advanced warnings. What happens if instead of marching up the river, we advance along that area, like there, along? Our right flank could take out Darkhold. We could assault Darkhold. Get a dude here. These lot could take out the castle, and that would secure our right flank. And we've got a plane to operate with our cavalry. We can, and then they'd have to take all those dudes. Yeah, I reckon we should do it from there.
Or have we considered? The problem is Darkhold is way to the south. Have we considered keeping minimal troops to keep them out of the battle, but not commit to them? So we only have to concentrate on the Sunset Mountains and north.
Darkhold's pretty close to the Well of the Dragons. It'd be a good place to, if we secured that in the beginnings of the battle. If we advance on the cultists, and while we're fighting them, we sent people in to take the castle, and then we could have our wizards with those water deeps, and then their red wizards would start coming down. Sorry, it's me. It's really gassy.
It might draw a lot of the troops from the north to reinforce the Sun Mountains.
You should be aware that, in fact, you can see it because it's 3D carved map, but this area here, I don't know if you can see that zigzag I'm drawing. Let me do it with an arrow. That area across there is sheer mountain walls.
Yeah. But to like this area here where the water deeps are, if we can advance through the cultists onto the plain there with Darkhold on our right taken, we've got and we can't be attacked from the left flank because of the river and the what's it. We've got quite a nice area around here. If we hold it, you could have the dwarves behind with their siege engines, the troops down in the valley.
It's hilly, but the hills are low there. That could work.
And then
I personally think committing the giants and the dwarves to Darkhold, splitting the forces too much. I think we need to just isolate Darkhold so they can't join the battle, and therefore we don't commit troops to them. Because of the sheer cliffs, they're kind of on their own away from the northern armies.
But
they're kind of on their own to the south.
It's mercenaries, devils, a worm speaker, and a dragon.
Yeah, so what they're going to do, the only thing that can hassle us from that is the dragon. The rest of them are going to have to climb down sheer mountain cliffs.
Or just
and not only that, with them being sheer mountain cliffs, it means it's going to be a nightmare to assault. Surely it's better to isolate than assault.
I think Ignatius is right. We just need a diversion there to stop the dragon and the devils attacking the plains from Darkhold.
Okay.
Because otherwise, the giants and the dwarves are too worthy. We need them elsewhere, maybe. I don't know. I'm just a wizard. Sorcerer, sorry. Didn't mean to swear. What about those 3 dragons at the back? I mean, surely they're reserves. Maybe if we can send dragons to take out their reserves
early.
We will
leave the dragons to fight the dragons, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Whereas if we take those 3 out fairly early on and get the dragons to swamp those 3 in the top right.
We cannot make too many plans to deal with the dragons. They're too fast and mobile. We'll have to deal with them as when the day comes. We have the beginnings of a plan, I believe. Thank you for your input, gentlemen, unless you have anything else to add.
Apart from the best way to relieve them of their purses. Oh, no, I'm not on the Yeah, Eldritch Knights. Well, Eldritch Knights against their worm speakers. Mercenaries could just be taken out with the normal bods. Cultists would probably need the flaming fist against. The devils, maybe. And
use the giants in the river because they can stand above the water. Leading, what's this little ice one here? What's this one?
Knights, Paladin.
Yeah, they are the Knights in Silver, 500 mounted troops.
I mean, they'd be good in the plain here if you're moving people up to look over the river.
They can counter anything.
Yeah.
What are these?
They are. Just bear with me.
Those are Paladins.
They're the Paladins. So they are serving as healers and support.
Right, a unit of Paladins. Yeah.
Sort of like that.
Yeah, they can support those units. What are these green ones?
Elven mounted troops on stags.
Shit. Well, they're going to be best on the plain, but they're probably better.
All woods.
Yeah. I mean, stags are probably better on rougher ground than horses will be.
Yeah, stags for woods.
I like the idea of this 2-pronged assault, one to the north and one to the south of the river, with a diversion at Darkhold.
Well, here's the diversion. Your assassins and your
because the assassins and the Lycrathamps at Darkhold, they could deal with those 2 units. Come around the back of those 2 units that the Treants are going to look at in the bottom left, just by the reaching woods.
It might not be enough for Darkhold. They might need some specialist help.
We are not going to break into Darkhold. It is an ancient fortress. We need to stop them coming out and offering support on that flank.
That's why we need guerrilla tactics to sabotage them as they're on the road.
Let's be honest, gentlemen.
Explosions, fire orbs.
This entire battle is about buying time for you and the specialist troops to get into the temple.
They're the harpers like scouts.
And interrupt the ritual.
These are harpers, are they?
Yes.
So, Marshall, just a question. This is the whole of the Sword Coast we're looking at here. And you're sending in We're going into the Well of Dragons.
They're not frontline troops. They're lightly armoured.
There you go. We use the castle as well to support the assassins. It can bombard Darkhold.
If anything leaves, yeah, I like that.
So going into the Sunset Mountains and into the Well of Dragons, we have a 13th level sorcerer, 13th level berserker, and what's happened to all the level 20 plus people on the coast? Are they not?
I'll take it.
What's
This is
this?
out of character, but many of them are the generals in the army.
What's this?
Cool.
In North Darkwood.
What's this?
That is, I think that's the Knights of Cormier. Knights
They
in Silver,
mounted,
yes. The Knights of Cormier, 500 troops.
Well, most of your mounted needs to be going this way because that's all open plains straight through.
But
Yeah, and then they'll have the ability to circle round to the north and then back down south.
they'd be better not leading the charge, but taking anything in the side as it comes to engage.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe going north and then flanking south.
Yeah.
We'll stick some paladins with them.
Oh, there's already... No, they're on foot. Are they on foot?
They
No,
are.
they're mounted.
No, the paladins are on foot.
Oh, you need some definitely down with the...
I've got him in
Definitely down with the
the
foot troops.
standing behind us looking at his watch going, I wish I'd never asked him.
We'll send some paladins up the middle then.
Yeah. But you need, have some with the dwarves.
Let's
What's
be
this?
honest. In a
What's this?
straight-up battle, we wouldn't win. It's
What's
about
this?
buying time. Those are the
Those are
wizards.
the Arcane Brotherhood, I think.
Yeah.
Is that the Arcane Brotherhood?
It is.
They need to take on the Red Wizards.
So we need them protecting the siege engines then with the paladins, and then they can advance with the best infantry.
Probably, yeah. Good idea.
What's this?
Dragons, are they dragons?
No.
dragons.
Yes, those are 5 metallic dragons. So they'll
So
be
we
taking out
have-
the...
We have one air support there. We have an air support. We have at least
Mate, we need
support
dragons to see those 3 dragons in the north, west, east.
there. Yeah.
We need some of the dragons to go over there and fight them because otherwise they're just going to come in and back the army up.
Well, we better not send them on their own. I mean,
They need to be eliminated early.
don't send them out on their own because they've got to fly over an entire army of spellcasters.
Well, no, they can fly. They can fly around.
They can
Yeah.
fly high.
North.
So we give a dragon with the mounted, and then we send 2 dragons with the mounted cavalry.
Okay, so those 3 on the right are just completely free to back up and do whatever they want.
Where?
As soon as they make it,
Well,
As
we
I
need
said,
them-
the
we need them
dragons
to
are
engage.
mobile and fast. We cannot really plan for them other than to match them up against our own dragons.
when they come in, our dragons will react.
Alright, then we'll have 3 dragons with the mounted cavalry,
Mhm.
and then we'll have 1 in the valley because they've got paladins, and
Yeah.
we've got harpers as early warning here, scouting these hills, basically protecting the flanks. Or we could use the harpers as scouts.
Well, bear in mind as well, those troops we've got
You're a
just
bit
by the
exposed there, Rich.
those troops that we've got just in the southwest by those 2 units of dragon cultists, they'll be free fairly early, hopefully, so they can move up as well.
Yeah.
We've got those units in the bottom left that are just sitting there and we've not moved again. Hopefully they'll get rid of the dragon cults and move up.
Yeah. There'd be a big push to reach the devils and those 2... Who were the 2 red...
Giants.
Really-
Red fists are giants.
Red-fisted giants? Ooh.
Yeah, well, the tree ants are in that group. They can take the giants on.
Our tree ants are down there. Those 2 really red symbols are giants.
Yeah,
With devils.
and in the very bottom left, in between the Reaching Woods and the Far Hills, we've got those units that are going to be taking on the 2 dragon cultists there. Once they've wiped those out, and with those units in the bottom left, there are tree ants, and then they can move up to the 2 red fists.
And we've got giants here, look, as well.
Yeah.
But they're right at the bottom of the ravine, though.
Yeah, but they're giants.
Yeah? How high is the ravine?
The scouts
How
tell
deep?
us it varies in height from between 30 to 100 feet in different places.
That's bigger than a giant. But It's good them going up the river. Very good.
Scramble.
Well, we could, like the harpers are scouting the hills then, and then we'll just send the giants through with the harpers to meet up with.
Yeah. What about these? These can then move up
Yeah.
once they've taken out the.
The giants are okay down
These
there.
are all up here then.
The giants and
Once
them.
they've taken out these dragon coils, they've all moved up.
The giants and the water deep. The giants are a good spearhead for getting to those mercenaries, and they'll be protected from above by just about everybody.
Well, the castle can move forwards as well to support once it's dropped. Trebuchet that.
We could place the castle above the mountain spine here. Then it has a view of Darkhold to the south, the well to the northeast, and the battle to the northwest.
Absolutely.
And it stops anybody from sallying out of Darkhold.
It's not as good as a dragon, but it can.
And they could also trebuchet into the giants then.
We'll give it a dragon support as well, I think.
There's a dragon
The
at
valley-
Darkhold. That would be wise.
Yeah, so we'll give it a dragon support.
Maybe have some harpers in that valley just in case anything comes out, and they can guard that flank against anything coming out, give them advance warning, especially relay it to the castle or whatever.
I would think we should take a moment to consider, gentlemen, what you have achieved here. Dwarves fighting alongside elves, giants fighting alongside dragons. Your actions have brought these factions together. Something that hasn't been seen for over 1,000 years.
Oh, thank you,
He picks
Mark.
up his goblet and gestures towards you and takes a deep draught of it.
Nod at him. Has he given us a drink?
Yes, there's drinks being held hanging around here.
Have a
Cheers.
drink and raise it.
Talking of drinks, I need a coffee.
Well, I am Ignatius.
He is Ignatius, I can vouch to that.
Thank you, we have much to discuss. Thank you, gentlemen. Your input has been invaluable.
Thank you, Lord Marshal, and all the best. Don't forget what I said about getting the harpers to get in there and get us some stones in case from the battlefield, in case I need to return to the battlefield quickly from the well.
It shall be done. The word has already gone out. The next time we meet, it may well be on the battlefield. When you are ready to join up with the army, the Griffin tack boat will be waiting to fly you out. We will be in contact with them through messaging spells.
Right.
Why don't you just send Ragnar into Darkhold on his own?
If you're volunteering, Master Lord.
Lord Marshal, thank you, and all the best.
He bows, and then
Hey,
turns
good luck,
and starts talking to his generals, who are now excitedly talking over the tactics that you've laid out.
Well, I like that flat plain at the north with the cavalry with the dragons overhead. Nice.
Okay.
Because that's a huge.
Yeah, they can push east then.
And it will drag those troops away from the dragon well, which is what's all about, really. Even if they all die.
They basically just got to smash through.
He said,
Right,
as he pointed out, this
Yeah.
if it was just a straight-up battle between the two forces, the army of the north would probably lose because of the troop numbers and the sorts of troops in the other opposing army. But it's about buying time for someone to get in and interrupt the ritual.
Yeah.
Well,
If those lycanthropes and assassins do head towards the dragon well, any
Do you need to take a break, Rich? To grab
yeah, can we have a couple of minute breaks? I
Yeah.
need the Luan to get a drink as well, and then we'll go and do the essence. We'll get that other essence then.
Okay, 2-minute break. See you in a bit.
See you in a minute.
Send the cavalry to storm the castle.
I'm back.
Well, I've gone back.
That was a fun little discussion.
No, change plans. We're gonna send the cavalry to storm the castle. We're gonna give them all ladders, and so the horses are gonna climb up the walls because they'll be really quick.
What an excellent idea. I'm sure it'll go swimmingly.
I mean, this is all very well. Formulating this plan and everything. But this is I don't know if you've already said this, but this is providing we survive killing a vampire, helping Drew return Hazaros and killing some lich dragon, also extracting another essence from probably a harder ancient earth elemental.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we had to do?
Yeah, you got to kill a Ramphator as well.
Yeah, we've already seen him off once. Easy, mate.
Hopefully, we'll see you at the party.
Bit of optimism.
Don't know what you're worried about.
I'll see you at the Well of Dragons with my level 15 ranger. That I'll have to play for the very last
session.
That's a fun discussion. Is interesting. Seeing what you thought.
Looks like we're doing it without a healer then.
Can't see it. You might have gone in your office. Oh, she was in my room.
What?
She's gone.
Nah.
She was in my room. She's
So what's the plan now? Do we go get the Earth Elemental?
Yep.
Or...
It's
And then we're going
about
to go
6
after
p.m.
Ramphator.
at the moment.
Ah?
It's about 6 p.m. at the moment.
Alright, can I close this map now, this tactics map?
Yeah. If there's anything
Yeah.
else you want to say or do about it.
No.
No, we're not generals.
There was some good tactical planning there. Looked like a good plan. If you could suck them all in away from the Well of Dragons and fight long enough to give us time to do our shiz. And I like the fact that the Zentarium and the Lycanthropy are close to the Well of Dragons because they're infiltrators and they can help out.
What if the Zenthari betray us at the last minute and join us in? Oh no!
As
long as we pay them enough. And if they win, they've got that keep. Keep them honest.
Okay, so are you back, Mark?
Yeah.
So it's about 6 o'clock by the time you leave Alder's tent. It's starting to get dark now.
Quick,
The rain has
carry.
stopped. It's very chilly. The camp is now lit up with torches all around.
We need to speed to Bada Booms.
Yeah. Bramalogs.
Bramlog's place as quickly as possible. Ask around if there's any. If he could provide us with transport to get there, Marshal.
He can organise a carriage to take you down to the Lord's Palace.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, it's organised in short order, and 30 minutes later, you are arriving at the Lord's Palace. It's a hive of activity, scribes and people rushing down the corridors, passaging messages between the different factions. The smell of war is in the air.
What? We're here. We're here.
You're escorted through into the Arcane Brotherhood chambers. Once again into the octagonal chamber. The floor is still clear. Bramalag's large ornate desk has been moved to one side of the chamber after your last adventure. And he is summoned, and the old mage soon arrives. So, my friends, have you decided which elemental core you shall hunt next?
We are going after the elemental of ineptitude and weakness. If that's all right.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy. I believe it's the deepest ocean, the darkest cave, or the hottest fire.
I think the darkest cave is probably wisest.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, as none of us can breathe underwater, too, we all hate fire.
Okay.
So we'll go for the Earth Elemental, which is most likely going to be the most ancient of them all, and probably the hardest.
Darkest
But at
cave,
least we
then.
can see in the dark.
Well, to collect
No,
the
I
pure
can't.
elemental energy of Earth, we will open a portal to the deepest caverns in the world. Once there, you must seek out the deepest point. Then, once again, spread the large pre-made ritual summoning circle. Once it's been laid flat, you cast the ritual to summon the greatest of the world's Earth elementals. And after defeating it in combat, use the extraction tool to remove its core.
What's the reception like underground? Can we teleport back?
Oh. There's a thought.
As far as
Yeah, I can
I'm aware,
teleport
the
back.
magics still work there.
I can teleport back.
Nice. Nice one.
Let me know when you are ready to proceed.
Oh, fuck it, let's get it over.
Well, hang on. I'll wave my hand and I cast light on my belt buckle. It's going to be dark down there.
Okay.
Ching.
Mared's crotch begins to glow.
Yeah, baby.
Bramalag. Once again, I will keep the portal open in case you are unable to teleport back for as long as I can. But as I said, I cannot keep it open too long. I do not know what may try to get through.
Well, hopefully just us.
He stands, legs akimbo, raises his arms up, and begins chanting in a deep, sonorous voice. And there's a crack of energy.
Maybe.
And a
Run up and kick
large
him in the nuts.
circular portal opens up in the middle of the chamber. Just pure blackness emanating from it. He nods at you.
Okay, boys.
Into the darkness.
Here we go.
Okay.
Why am I doing this again?
You there, Mark?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay, you step through the portal, and it opens onto the end of a dark passage, only a few feet from the wall. Once you've wormed your way around the portal, you can see it extends past your sight, headed down. The air is still. You can almost taste the weight of the earth above you, just like you can feel the darkness as a tangible substance.
No.
The range of your light source, Mered, is half what it normally is.
What?
The
What?
range of any dark vision is also halved.
Because it's magic. Blimey. I can't see much. Can't see much, is what I was going to say down here.
Well, let us head down.
Yeah. All right then. One elder earth element, ancient earth elemental coming up then.
Okay, just bear with me 1 second.
Of course, making sure I've got my mask on, as I always have in adventure situations.
Okay. So you start to make your way down the passageway.
I take this opportunity to cast upon myself, screw you lot, 4th level, Death Ward. Ding! Other gods, look favourably upon my soul.
What's your marching order, please? Are you rimming it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to think, what the oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, you carefully start to make your way down the passage, and after a while it opens, the weight of the dark earth becomes slightly less, and the passage ends at a chasm that extends out of sight above, below, and to your left and right. A shard of wall connects both the chasm walls, and the far end is some 30 feet lower. An uneven and precarious path continues the descent to the far side of the chasm.
Let us head down.
Hang on. Are there any loose pebbles or stones on the floor?
Yes, there are a few.
I will take
This
one.
area seems ancient. There's no sign of any tracks or anything down here.
I will take one and throw it with all my might to where the end of where we're going.
Okay.
We got a map.
Not yet. Okay. Make a dexterity check. Merit. Okay, you chuck the pebble. It lands about 30 feet away from you, rolls slightly down the narrow passageway, and then rolls off the edge and disappears down into darkness.
I can see 120 feet with the dragon mask on now.
60 feet in here.
Hmm?
60 feet in here, your magical sight is halved.
Okay.
It's an
Well, I've got
ancient-
dark vision of 60 feet.
And that's halved as well.
Okay.
It's a strange darkness down here.
Oh, I've got a 10-foot radius. Right.
It's like the torches from Conan Exiles. They just look pretty.
Let's descend then.
1 meter.
You
Like.
slowly
Are
make
we,
your way down the...
Are we roping together, boys? Because there's a bit of a chasm here, and you know what happened before.
Well, we can do, but just check you've all got your pins where you can fall any distance.
Yeah, it's just getting back up. I'm worried about.
Yeah, you've got no... Peering down, you've just got no idea how deep this chasm is.
We need to be able to see each other, don't we?
We need to be able to unrope before we summon this thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's rope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you rope yourselves together, and then precariously, Ragnar leads you down the narrow span across the chasm.
In case there's an earthquake.
You make it across safely, and then for the first time since you entered this realm of darkness, silence, and earth, you can feel a wind, taste water, and instead of dust, you hear the roar of falling water in the distance. On the far wall of the chasm, there's a cave from which the noise is emanating.
Head towards it. Well, sorry, I'm not in front. I'll shut up.
Okay, you heading in?
Yeah.
You head into the cramped passage.
I'm going to draw my axe and ignite it. Because it's like a light as well, isn't it? So.
It is, yeah. The light is halved that it normally casts.
Oh, that'd be very helpful to me.
Okay, you say the trigger word and your axe blazes with flame. You hold it in front of you and head down towards the sound of the roaring water. Soon the cramped passage enters a damp, crystal-filled shaft, a sheet of water filling the middle of it as it descends from the empty darkness above into the empty darkness below. In the faint light reflecting from the crystals, you can discern the path winds its descent around the walls of the shaft before it vanishes into the mist filling the shaft.
So we need to descend.
Is it man-made, this, or natural?
It looks natural to you.
Alright. Into
Okay.
the jaws.
You start making your way along the passageway, which slowly spirals down next to the wall, down into the depths of this shaft. The ground underfoot is wet and damp with the spray of the water. I would like everybody to make an athletics check, please. Wow.
What was that cackle?
Ragnar rolled a 2. But his athletics is so good, he gets plus 10.
Oh my god, nice.
Ragnar nearly slips as he begins the descent on the wet, water-spattered stone, but grabs onto the wall and holds on carefully. As you descend, you press yourselves against the wall, away from the edge of the narrow ledge as it descends down.
We could just jump off tied together and float down.
It's an option.
Or we could descend in an orderly fashion. And...
Yeah, just in case we go past where we need to go and keep going to the centre of the earth and die.
After what seems like an eternity, your feet, Ragnar, hit level ground, and the passage you've been following begins to level off and heads into another small, cramped cave.
Who'd live down here?
Still at a steady descent.
Probably an earth elemental.
Who
Get a bit bored, wouldn't you?
in a house like
This
this?
comes from the dwarf underground.
You head into the cavern.
Which is the living room.
The silence around you as the roar of the waterfall begins to dim behind you becomes oppressive. And then the passage suddenly opens up into an immense cavern. But even as the cavern opens up, the darkness presses down on you even more heavily, an almost tangible presence. From the darkness, you hear the booming and grating sound as if heavy rocks are being rolled across each other.
Here we go. Here's the map. Right, we all know about AoE spells. Spread out. Oh.
Okay. You can see in the cavern there's some natural looking steps that head down to the southwest, which seems to be the lowest point.
Okay.
Well, we were told to go to the lowest point, so I guess we head down there and set down the ritual.
Okay, you can move your where you want to go. Tell me where you're setting the ritual up.
How high is this wall here?
That wall is about 20 feet high. The ceiling is about 40 feet above you. Though it's not level, it's rough, stalactites
I won't be able to.
pointing down.
If I stand at the base of it, I won't be able to see anything there. Will I?
Which is the low bit, the bit to the south?
The lowest bit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
The lowest bit is down. Whoops. Hold on.
Is it the rocks down here?
This area here.
Oh, so the rest of the
Okay,
table,
so we need to kind of stand in the middle somewhere because we don't want this earth elemental disappearing into the earth and popping out a wall and smacking us in the face from a wall. We need to be away from walls.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I need to be.
What, Ignatius?
Yes.
If I was an ancient elemental, what kind of like earthy spells should I be casting? Are they going to catch us in a big area of killing field, or
I don't think earth elementals can cast spells. I think they're brute force creatures.
have you ever encountered any?
They can meld with the earth, but I don't think that they have.
They're going to have a very, very high damage resistance to weapons.
Ignatius, could you rack your memory? Have you ever had any dealings with earth elementals? Remember any lore about them?
Can I do that history roll, maybe? Or Arcana?
I bet they're immune to
You can
magic.
make an Arcana or a Nature check. It's your choice as to which.
They're both the same.
They're not really an area that you've studied before. I mean, of the elemental magics you have studied, Earth is not really one that you've paid much attention to.
My powers are innate. I did not learn them at a school. Nerd.
Oh, right. What does that mean? Innate?
They are within me. I did not learn them from books like a wizard.
Ah. So can you remember anything?
I think what he's trying to say, Merrin, is he's gifted.
I'm special.
He's a spacket wizard.
Oh.
Oh, this is difficult.
I think I need to cast some enchantments before we kick off. On Ragnar, I'm going to be
So that's the lowest bit, yeah, where the 5-foot thing is.
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing's going to hit like a train, so I could do with some extra armor class.
but I'm thinking it might be able to drag you into the earth, wrap you around with.
Oh, mobility, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, mate. A bit of freedom of like movement, innit? That's what you want before
How long's
we
that
kick off.
last?
And also, yeah, if I have my little mate up there as well, he can dodge in and cast spells. So,
Why don't you start me off as a T-Rex?
nah, that's good. I think I'd cast freedom of movement on you before the
What's
thingy
the duration
begins.
on that?
Sorry?
What's the duration on that?
Freedom of movement is not concentration, it's an hour.
An hour, okay.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah.
We can wing the rest, can't we?
And I'll probably do a mirror image on myself, which is a minute, and also not concentration.
Okay, you know that from the last encounter you had, the ritual took about 5 minutes to cast.
Okay.
And then how long after casting it did it appear?
Almost immediately.
So, anyone else who can cast the ritual? Because I've got something I want to do the second it's cast before we get into the battle itself.
What are you going to be prepping then, Nacius?
It's a trick that I want to keep up my sleeve.
Oh, you little
TM wasn't in the channel. I might want to.
I'm covering my ears, mate.
I like it. You see, if I was to protect you from the energies of this elemental, it would either be acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder, and I don't think that covers Earth
I'm
element.
sure that it will be bludgeoning.
Yeah.
It will
Crushing.
hammer us into the ground.
Squashing. Squeezing.
Well, I say I'm sure. I don't know, but I get the impression that these things are going to be brute force.
I'm going to get pounded into the ground.
I'm going to okay, when the ritual's starting, I'm going to refresh my light spell on my belt buckle with my magical glowing crutch.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast freedom of movement onto Ragnar.
Okay.
I'll give. Why don't you just take the blue dragon? Oh,
Nah. You're going to need that for AC, mate.
doesn't give me any AC. It only gives me lightning resist.
But it allows you the legendary save.
Oh, it does allow me the legendary save.
I'll cast Freedom of Movement on Ragnar and Mirror Image on myself. Which is a minute for the mirror image, so I'm only going to cast that when just before the last word is uttered.
Is someone who's gonna? Yeah, I want to cast something before battle begins. So
Ragnar can do the old the old ritual thing.
all right.
Do I know it?
You would have to make an Arcana check to be able to read it.
How high is this, Neil?
I can give you guidance.
20
This
feet.
thing, 20 feet.
But it's
Okay, well, I'm
looking
gonna
down over the ritual area.
Okay, I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna cast levitate on myself. So I'll levitate up 30. It's looking down on the.
Oh no, I haven't got that.
Yes.
That's not. Oh bollocks! I didn't want that guidance on myself. I didn't drop it on my character sheet.
Is that for the mirror image?
No, I clicked the guidance effect and then dropped it right back on the effect again. But I guess because I dropped it on my character sheet, it gave it up to me.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So if it's looking down on it, I'm going to go to about there on the edge, and I'm going to cast levitate and go up 10 feet.
Okay.
Let me just
Well,
mark
of course,
off
it's
that.
lower. I could've done it, yeah.
So I'm now 30 feet above the battle area.
God.
Okay.
So I cast Freedom of Movement on Ragnar just before he's about to start.
I don't mean if the rituals worked. I won't know if I've made my Arcana check.
I've done it again, Neil. Sorry, I keep picking up the effect and letting go of it.
Right, well,
Cast it on me.
Don't do that again then.
Oh God.
Okay, so tick off your spells.
Okay. That guidance is going on to Ragnar, so he can try and the Arcana check to read the ritual. There.
Okay. Mered, your mirror image, which you're going to cast just before the ritual triggers, is that a concentration?
No, it is not a concentration.
And that mirror image is the one where several of you appear, isn't it?
Yes. I haven't got an effect thing to drop on me either.
Okay.
Before we go into battle, can I give a rousing speech? This isn't the spell I'm going to cast, but
Yes. Would you like some epic music?
oh God, I don't actually have to do the speech, do I? Surely I've done enough of them.
It's up to you.
Do it.
If it's good, I'll throw you a point of inspiration.
Hey! Oh, mate.
Oh God, it won't be good.
Depths of the earth,
Okay,
bowels of the earth, fighting the elements, the weight of eons pressing over our heads.
Okay, well, just give us the gist of it then, if you don't want to.
Rap battle.
Rap battle.
Rap
Your
battle
mama.
against a GM.
No, I haven't got any pre-prepared that I've not used already.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, just give us the general gist of what you're saying, and then apply the spell effect.
Okay. So the general gist is that battle is hard, and this is going to be hell, but we're here for vengeance and revenge against, and we need to gather this magic to make the dragon cult pay for the pain it's brought the Sword Coast. We won't moan about it. We're soldiers of good. We're going to stand or die here.
Fuck that.
Might be our final day,
Raised eyebrow from Ragnar.
but it'll be our greatest sacrifice
Okay.
for overall the Sword Coast to rise.
I'm saving the dimension door.
You can target everybody and cast the spell.
I'll prepare another one next time.
Ragnar grabs his axe out a little further and tilts his head.
Oh, why didn't that work? There we go. All right.
I'm gonna fucking die in
There
this
we go.
fucking hole.
Right, let me
Super.
No one's
deselect
gonna see
everybody.
us ever again.
Okay.
Nobody will ever find us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Ragnar unrolls the summoning mat out into the roughly flat area at the bottom. This seems to be the deepest area you've come across.
So, is it an action to do this reading?
No, you just need to make an Arcana check in the tower.
Sorry, because I wanted to make a
please.
bonus action and rage at the end of it, so I was ready. There we go. Arcana check.
Intelligence. Good luck. But I've given you guidance, so
So there should be a D4 on that. Do I roll a
you've got
D4?
you've got the effect on you. It might automatically do it.
It didn't. You need to roll a d4.
It might
You don't need
also
to roll a d4. You rolled a natural 20 on your check.
Really?
Yeah. The words.
Nice.
There's something about you feel
Did ya?
the connection of the dwarves to the deep places of the earth.
Oh yeah.
You think about your ancestors, the mining, the tunnels, miles and miles of halls and tunnels they've carved. And what initially seems like a jumble of arcane runes seems to come into focus suddenly, and you find yourself, almost without meaning to, beginning to chant in a language you don't recognise yourself. As you start chanting, the runes on the summoning mat, on the ritual mat, begin to glow.
Oh.
You continue to chant, not even knowing what you're doing, your eyes just gliding across the page of the ritual in your hand. Suddenly the runes flare up on the scroll in front of you and disappear in a burning ashy flame. There's a huge roar.
Hang on a minute, just before he finishes. I am going to cast Wall of Fire.
Okay.
But I'm going to cast it along the ground, face down, so the top of it is just literally above the ground. So the fire is under the ground, facing down.
Okay, is that a concentration spell?
It is.
You
I'm
will
going to
need
drop the thing on.
Drop that on you then.
I'll drop it on.
Thing.
Because then, if it does go down into the earth, it'll get damaged, and then when it comes back up, it'll get damaged.
So where are you putting the wall of fire again?
It's 60 feet long and 20 feet high, but I'm lying it flat. It's lying flat, not upright.
Hold on, let me just see how long that is.
So the back of the wall that is safe is level with the ground.
Is that 60?
Yeah. Basically, I'm trying to put it underneath Ragnar, so if it goes down into the ground, it'll take damage, and then if it comes up underneath Ragnar... Yeah, a slight angle, but yeah.
Okay, and the flames are pointing away from Ragnar, I presume?
They're pointing down, yeah. In fact, you'll only be able to just about see the back of the opaque side of the wall
okay,
above
so
the ground.
it's along, the flames are pointing down, so anything that... Okay.
Yeah, underground.
It's a carpet of flame.
It's a carpet of flame, but
very,
with the flame
very
pointing
thin, long
down.
carpet of flame. Okay.
You up?
A very long and thin carpet of flame.
Well, no. No, it's 6... You can create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range, so I'm lying it flat.
Yeah. But how thick is the wall?
So I'm making it 20 foot wide, in high, and 60 foot long.
Oh, okay, 20, okay.
Do you see what I mean? I'm lying it down.
Yeah, got you. Okay. As the runes flare up off the scroll, the entire cavern begins to shake. Small rocks start to fall down from above you. The ground is kind of staggering from side to side. Then a huge fist suddenly appears in front of Ragnar, and more fists appear all around you.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody roll initiative, please. Is the music playing? I can't hear it.
Yep.
Yeah, very loud actually.
Is it?
It's got minions.
Okay, that's
That's
cool.
good. That's good for me. Good for me.
Okay, initiatives, everybody.
Oh, great.
Oh, great. Roar!
Okay, and we begin with Meredtuk.
You're
Ground
joking,
shaking.
ain't ya?
These huge hulking forms are starting to emerge from beneath you.
Do they come up out the ground?
Yes, they do.
Oof.
So that one on Ragnar, does it take 5d8 damage?
On its turn,
immediately?
yes.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is have a 5th level
Hang on,
spell.
I need to put my concentration on. Hang on 1 second before we get started. Let me drop it on myself.
I
There we
reach
go.
into my pouch. Sorry.
Apologies.
I reach into my pouches on my belts with my hands, pull out a little pinch of powdered silver in one between 2 fingers and powdered iron between the other 2, and hold my hands above my head and sprinkle them on me and cast Dispel Evil and Good upon myself.
Okay.
So that elementals have disadvantage attacking me.
You cast what on yourself?
Dispel Evil and Good, so elementals have disadvantage attacking me.
Okay.
And I'm going to... I'll drop
okay.
that effect
Drop
on
the
me.
concentration on yourself, yeah.
And then I shall... Where's the line that he's going to do? Just get out of the way of the line and move. Do you think I'm going to move to there?
Okay, just sorry guys, I'm dealing with children all of a sudden.
Right.
No worries, do it, man.
Oh,
Me and my mirror image selves.
Yeah, so if he goes into the ground, tries to come back underneath you now, Ragnar, he's going to take damage twice.
I think he's just
And
going to
that
beat
wasn't
the
playing.
He's just going to beat the shit out of us.
Okay. Okay, so you move to there. You cast your spell. Is that it? Anything else?
Yeah, that's it. It's my action, my move. I'm not really going to do anything with cunning.
Okay. Ragnar, you're up.
Let's keep it simple. Keep it real.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
I will go. Yes. Fuck it.
You're gonna need- Okay, I need you to target it. Okay.
And I'll use a standard attack. Raw!
Ooh.
Okay. As
Shit
this
rolls.
thing heaves itself out of the earth, you run up and slam your flaming axe down into it.
Morning!
Any resist on that? No, didn't see a resist.
And I need, hang on, 2d6.
The 9. Okay. Next attack.
We need criticals.
Another 5. Okay. Okay, as you slam your axe into it, bits of stone chip off around you. There's this horrible sound like two huge rocks grinding together as more opens up in the rock and it roars in your face. Are you done, Ragnar?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
I'll keep it busy.
I like your optimism.
Okay, you suddenly find yourself attacked from behind, Mered.
Oh,
As
facing that way and keeping my back to the walls.
the ground around you shakes as there's this pounding sound of something charging towards you.
We'll see if the disadvantage kicks in.
Okay, first attack.
I've lost my mojo!
It did kick in rather well.
Good. Okay.
Oh, hold on. I need to be rolling for your mirror image as well. What do I need to roll?
Well, it missed anyway, so.
Yeah, but for its second attack.
Okay, yeah. Mirror image.
Roll 7.
A 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, 3 duplicates. Roll a d20, 6 or higher. If you have 3 duplicates, you roll 6 or higher to change the attack target to a duplicate.
So it hits duplicate.
But it had disadvantage. But does that disadvantage only target me, or does it carry
Yeah,
through
it
to the
shouldn't
mirror?
have disadvantage on this. So if I click advantage, it'll cancel it out.
Okay, it's only got AC 10 plus my Dex modifier of AC, so AC 15.
Okay, it hits.
Mm-hmm.
So it slams down into one of your mirror images. Ignatius looking across, you see this thing slam down into Mered. Its fist just disappears straight through it. It slams into the ground, almost knocking Mered off his feet. And the image that it slammed down through just disappears in a wisp. Okay. Elemental 2. What's the movement on this? 30. That can reach you from there. It's got a long reach.
Wow.
Okay, so there's 2 of them now. What do I need to roll? I rolled a 14.
8 or higher with 2 duplicates. That's 15 armor class on a duplicate.
Okay, so it's on the duplicate. Misses.
Misses.
Its second attack. I roll a 9.
Duplicate.
That'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
So the second of your mirror images disperses in a wisp of arcane energy as it slams down through it.
That's a bit of a waste, that's man.
No, it's not. Saved you from getting punched in the face twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a waste at all. It's very useful.
Let me just check the reach on this.
Oh, I'm gonna get knocked into the middle of next week.
Okay. Something is trying to grab at your
Back at the
feet,
stairs.
Ignatius. It can reach you from there.
Okay.
Misses. And misses. You kind of pull your legs up and you're kind of wobbling slightly from side to side in the air as this thing's kind of grabbing up at you.
Get off!
And with that, it's your turn.
Okay.
That's a nice line there.
See how much damage the fire does to it. Ooh.
That'll be on its turn.
You could get. Are you still doing line attacks?
I'm 10 foot above them at the minute, but I've got a plan. I've planned for that.
Okay, cool. Yep, that's it. Sorry.
Right. So that one that's near me. Let's get rid of some of the minions early on, hopefully. I'm going to cast Disintegrate on it.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker!
one-hit wonder. We'll see.
Got a hit.
Yeah, got it targeted. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what you want, baby.
That was a saving throw. I thought it was a hit roll. Is it a dex save?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a dex saving throw.
This is going to hurt.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Might be, might not.
Hopefully.
Jesus Christ.
Plus 40.
Okay.
I'm not going
Point
to
your
bother
staff
rolling any
down
then again.
at the thing that's trying to grab you. A jet
Gee,
black
That's a
beam
lot
of
hit
energy,
points, though.
even darker than the darkness around you, slams down into it, burrows right down through the top of its head, straight through the middle of it. It roars in pain, reeling back, and it's got this singular inch-wide shaft all the way down through it.
Shaft.
But it doesn't fall.
Oh my god.
That means Daddy's
I was
got
hoping
some
that
hit
would
points,
take it out.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I was hoping that would take it out, so then I could get that line of others.
I think this Earth Elemental's got more hit points than me.
Okay, I'm going to use my font of magic,
Okay.
and I am gonna. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna do how close is it to me? No, I can't.
It's 10
do a
feet below
freezing
you.
grasp. Okay, I'm doing a ray of frost at it.
Okay.
Misses.
Okay.
That's me. I'm done.
Okay, the ground underneath it, ice crystals spring up, and this sheen of ice you can see glinting in the light from Ragnar's axe. Okay, it's daddy time. Okay, first of all, he's going to take some damage from the wall of fire. How much is it? 5d8.
Yeah, I've got it here. I can click it. Hang on, let me just select it. Unselect that one. And select that. And then I can do it.
Okay.
5d8. There we go.
It's then going to move through the wall of fire. In fact, no. It disappears under the ground. It just sinks into the ground and then rises up again. How far can it move? On Earth Glide?
Will it take another round of damage then?
No, it will do if it ends its turn, but I think it'll be fully above the ground by then.
It suddenly emerges up behind you.
Oh fuck!
It's then going to.
Shit,
Radius.
mate.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on it?
Yeah, you can have an attack opportunity on it.
Oh, good fucking point.
Let's see if I can get all three of you in that.
I got it targeted. I can't see.
Yeah, he's got it targeted. Yeah.
Can I move this?
I don't know why
this
it's rolling,
circle.
so-
Oh yeah, I can get all three of you.
About 8.
An extra 5. Wow, he's done a lot of damage in one round to it. Okay, it disappears in front of you down into the ground, Ragnar, and then you hear a shout, alarm shout from up above. Let me just trigger these down to 0. Ignatius down to 10.
Oh my god.
Okay. It then starts to pound the ground with its fists with amazing speed, its arms pumping up and down. The ground around starts to shake. An earthquake happens. Ignatius is floating, so it won't affect him. So it affects Red and Ragnar.
Does freedom of movement help me at all then anyway?
Don't think so. Let me just... No, you have to make a dexterity saving throw. So unless freedom of movement gives you advantage on that, I don't think it does it? Mered?
Freedom of movement, no. It just, you didn't know. It just stops you getting grappled, restrained.
Hold on, now I'll make them for you, please.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Ragnar fails, Mered makes his save.
30?
I failed on a 17.
I'm going to have to put that circle back up. Because this is now rough terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which won't affect me because I've got freedom of movement.
You still fall to the ground.
It does.
Ragnar.
Okay.
Oh no, you're unaffected by difficult terrain. Yep.
Okay. But you are prone. Okay. Okay, so the ground, then earthquake sets off. You're thrown off your feet, Ragnar. The earth exploding around you. Rock smashing into both of you. And it will then attack Ignatius.
Oh, God.
Okay. First attack. Why did it?
Did you like my Mr. Bean gif when I read that arcane thing out? That was the look he gave Ignatius. That's the look he gave Ignatius.
Oh, sorry. I still had Ragnar.
Brilliant.
On target.
Excellent. Love it.
There we go. So, okay. That's a hit on Ignatius with its first attack. Next one.
That was 18.
Also a hit.
Big hit.
And the third one. Misses just.
Okay, Neil, can I ask you?
Yes.
How, when you say attack, what was it doing?
It's reaching over and just punching you.
So it punched me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm floating in the air, so the direction it punched me in should push me. You know, it should push me. There's no resistance. It should push me back.
Okay, well, it grabs you with one hand and punches you then. There's no effect, but there's no knockback effect.
So you can change the rules after the fact.
No, it's not changing the rules. There's no knockback effect, unless that your spell says you're knocked back from physical attacks.
What it says is... The target can be only moved by pushing or pulling.
It's not trying to move you.
If it punched me, it would have pushed me.
It's punching up.
Okay. So it pushed me higher.
Sorry, mate. That's not the rules.
Laws of physics don't work down here, gentlemen.
It's the laws of magic.
You away, then gets an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah. You don't want that. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mered.
Okay, we're on the next round. Okay, Earth Element 1. I pull out. I've got a concentration spell up, so I can't really cast magic. I'm afraid, boys. I've just got to keep twatting while I can. Twatting this dude. It's a Dragon Tooth Dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm going to try and stab it with this dagger. Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, you hit it, but it just scrapes along the side of the rock.
I hit it!
With sparks flying and it doesn't do any damage.
I think I've got a tank because I've got I think I need this tank. If I disengage and run away, then Ignatius is going to get tromped. So I'm just
I'll whisper down the harper pin, disengage.
I don't know if you got. I don't think you do that. No, I'm going to stand my ground.
Okay. Are you done then?
I'm the furthest I can be away from the Big Daddy, so I can't really move any further. And I can't move into a spot where the second one can't get me either without getting a.
They don't get attacks of opportunity on you, do they? You just
If I attack them, they won't. I could disengage, but I don't want to disengage because I've got this. Everything's got a disadvantage on me, so.
Okay.
I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just tanking for a little while.
Crush your enemies. See them driven
Ragnar,
before you.
you have to use
And
half
hear
your
the
movement to
lamentation of
stand
the
up.
women.
I will hop to my feet.
Okay. Now you're not affected by the terrain.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
And I will move between those two.
Okay. What's your normal movement?
35.
Okay, so that's 17.5 rounded down. That's 17 feet you can move. So
Then I
you
will
can
use my bonus action.
move to about there.
I'll move my bonus action so I can move. Am I in base to base with the two of them there?
No, if you, yeah, you can be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you start clambering up the steps towards them.
Okay. I will target this one first.
Oh no! Splitting our attacks.
It's targeting the same one you did. Alright.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was thinking about number 3 for some reason. Oh,
Fear
yeah.
not, young tuck.
Who you call? Oh yeah, I suppose I am a bit younger.
You are compared to Ragnar.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm using Reckless, so shall I go Great Weapon? Shall I use the full Monty? I get +7 to that. Fuck it, here we go. Ah, yes!
Oh,
+17 damage. Oh!
he rolled a 1, still does 21 damage.
That's disgusting.
+3 fire damage.
Okay.
And same again.
Rolls a 1, does 24 damage.
6 plus
Oh,
fire.
31 and
Okay, you're starting to
25.
carve into this thing.
And I will headbutt it as well. Oh. Rah.
The dice are finally with him.
25 and 9.
Okay, so you start hewing at this thing with your axe. You're taking chunks out of it now. As you headbutt it, a huge crack sort of and pierced out its chest.
Ragnar's head's harder than an earth elemental.
Okay, are you done?
Something we always knew.
Okay, this elemental is going to continue trying to hit you, Mered, slamming
Uh-huh.
into you with these huge rocky fists.
Lucky fists. It should
Mr.
have.
Dex.
It should have.
Let's just see if it hits you or your last
It should have
thing. I
disadvantage.
rolled a 20.
So what was the lower d20?
No, I mean I rolled a 20 to see if I hit you or your mirror image.
Oh right, yeah. So it hits a mirror image. So that's the last mirror image.
Okay, so the last mirror image goes.
yeah. So woof.
But it used its critical attack on the mirror image.
Yeah, that's quite simple.
Second attack.
Should be disadvantage
Making a brew, babe.
for some reason
Why should it be disadvantage?
because I've still got Dispel Evil and Good on me, which lasts for a minute.
Making a brew.
This is the second round. I'm not
Your
sure where it's.
concentration has disappeared, mate.
I haven't taken any damage.
You did. It took it off your
It's
temporary
only-
hit points from the earthquake.
Did it do a concentration?
Must have done because it's removed it.
Where was the concentration?
Just looking back up. Concentration effects. Oh, it says you passed it.
Yeah, I should still have that on.
Okay, drop that effect on yourself again then.
Okay, right, cheers.
I'll make sure the duration is correct on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second round.
what's the duration on it?
It's a It's a minute,
A minute.
and this is the second round. Yeah.
So that's 10 combat rounds. Second round, so another 9 rounds. Okay. Okay. Earth Elemental 2 was hitting Marad. It's going to switch to Ragnar, who's just appeared in its way. And starts slamming at you, Ragnar.
I can dispel one of the little ones and send them back to their plane,
Why am I targeting Mary?
but it will drop my
It's-
disadvantage thing. So I've got to wait till one of them's dead and then dispel the second one. So just kill that one that we're fighting.
And the
ASAP.
second attack also hits. Okay, you start being slammed from the side by this thing now, Ragnar. As it smashes
Ignore
into
it.
your armor.
1 damage.
Earth Elemental 3 is going to continue trying to hit Ignatius.
Ignatius is.
Misses and misses.
Oh,
He's alright. Mr.
Okay,
Dexterity
Ignatius, you're
over there. He can do the dance.
Okay, I'm going to cast a Cone of Cold. I'm going to cast it from west to east. So it just misses Mered and Ragnar,
What's
but catches
the range
the
on
main
that?
one, 60.
Makes a change.
So it will be that one, and that one. It will
this
be.
by boss.
Yeah. So it'll be Earth Elemental 1, Ancient 1, and the Elemental 2.
Like that, yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
Okay.
you got it. Okay, let's cast it. I'm going to cast it at. Let's do a 5th level. 5th level.
Pulling out the big guns.
I can.
If it's got resistance, it's not effective.
Let me check.
Cold. Yeah, I can.
No, it doesn't have resistance.
Okay, roll damage.
Doesn't have cold resistance. Okay, this arcing bright white cone of ice streams out from your fingers, slamming into them. You see ice crystals forming in the cracks that have been damaged, expanding, ripping them open still further.
60 damage spread out. Nice.
And then I'm going to use my. Disengage from those.
You do notice it didn't do as much damage as you were expecting to any of them. They're not resistant to cold damage.
Probably resistant to magic.
Can I have a cone, please? Cones here.
On a racetrack.
Right, I'm going to use my Font of Magic and select that one. I've deselected all the others, haven't I?
So you're just targeting Earth Elemental 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to do a Ray of Frost against it, hopefully
Okay.
rolling better this time.
That is better.
Here it is.
When Mark uses cone of cold.
Okay, it's starting to look rough now. Chunks of it have fallen off onto the ground. There's a huge crack appeared from where your disintegrate drilled a column through it.
Oh, here we go.
Here
It's the
done?
Big Daddy.
Are you done?
Yep.
It
Hold
surrenders.
on, I need to do that again because it didn't roll. for whether
Seeing it's overwhelmed by superior.
Oh, its Earthquake
skill.
has recharged.
Take my core.
Take my core. Stop this. Stop it. Take my core.
Like a hole.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So it's
Michael.
targeting Mered and Ragnar.
Fucking
Earthquake.
everybody, just fucking get away. Oh no, because
Starts
it's
pounding the
in
ground
air.
again.
In the air, like I just don't care.
Ragnar failed again, so he's knocked prone again. Prone on Ragnar. And okay, you both find yourselves pounded as the earth explodes up around you. Once again, it's rough terrain around there now, as the entire cavern starts to shake. It's then going to
Smush.
Ignatius.
Oh, great.
Targeting still. First attack misses. Second attack misses.
What? No!
You're kind of moving your legs out of the way as these huge rocky fists are slamming you, and then suddenly it swings around behind you and smashes up right into the bottom of your foot, crunching the bottom of your leg up into your knee. Your entire leg. It feels like the bones exploded inside it.
Wow. Surely it's going to push me higher.
Yeah, you're held in place by your levitate spell, which you're told to levitate you to 10 feet.
not.
But if you leave its thingy, you'll get an attack of opportunity.
You can be moved around by pushing and pulling. It says it. In the
It says if
description.
you may, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, married.
Okay. I am still talking to the elemental one. I pull out my short sword in my left hand, so now I have both weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I attack with my
You're currently
Dragon
targeting
Tooth.
Earth Elemental 1.
Yeah, that's elemental one. Dragon Tooth dagger. Reroll. Hey, halfling luck.
Yeah.
Okay. Sneak attack, I believe, is now available because dipshit's there. Say dipshit, I meant Ragnar. Divine strike and sneak, Dragon dagger. Oh!
Okay.
And now the silver short sword.
I've lost my mojo!
Even
Because
with
I've
the
already
reroll.
used it that round.
In fact, you re-rolled the 1 and rolled another 1.
What the fuck?
Fumbling his sword.
The Earth's still shaking from the earthquake.
I think I'm. Oh, committed there. It's that green box around the ancient. Is that its reach, or is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, you're out of the Ancient's reach where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
Yeah. Is it any other... No, I'm going to say that's me done.
Okay.
So if you take that guy down, Rich, I could use my spell to dispel.
Crush your enemies. See them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of your women.
I will do my best. I will add my temporary hit points, if I'm allowed to. Because I think I used all...
You're targeting Mered as well, by the way, at the moment.
Yeah, why is that?
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Ragnar's lost it.
We've got to help Ignatius out.
I should be 2 dice going there. I should have Reckless on.
Okay.
Not that it matters. I'll do Reckless on the next one then.
You've got Reckless on you at the moment.
Oh,
big one. Nice.
Take the big guy out, mate. Take the big guy out.
I know why. Let me take your prone off because you stood up. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh, no,
as
you
you
can't.
hit it, it just explodes in a shower of rock and shale and dust.
What am I doing? Am I attacking Earth Elemental 2, or am I going for the...
You're currently not targeting anything.
I can tank one.
Well, he'll get an attack of opportunity if I leave his area.
But is it going to hurt?
I'm just thinking Ignatius is getting his face smashed in over there.
Yeah, I think you need to go for the big daddy, maybe.
Okay, I'll take a hit.
Okay, so Earth Elemental.
I can't move again and attack though because I got up, didn't I?
No, you only used half
round.
your movement doing that.
Okay.
So you can
Could he
back
move and
off.
do his bonus attack? Headbutt.
No, I'll lose my attack, mate, because I can't attack.
You can't attack, move, and attack.
Yeah, so I've got to attack that one. Then I can move after and then engage the elemental.
Yeah, sure.
Have I got reckless on?
You have?
Nice.
A bit of fire damage on top.
8.
Oh.
Oh,
And I will
that's
use my
elemental
bonus
2, isn't
attack
it?
on him as well.
8.
Misses. And then I will move to here and engage the...
Okay,
Giving him an
elemental
attack.
2 will get an attack on you then.
Yeah.
On Ragnar. Misses.
Nice. Nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Think I'm someone your own size.
Still trying to attack Ignatius.
Yeah, he needs some help.
Earth Elemental 2 is nowhere near me.
Earth Elemental 1.
It's dead.
No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. You're absolutely right.
Earth Elemental 3 is the one next to
You're
me.
right, you're right, you're right. Okay, Earth Elemental 2 is
How
gonna...
keen my brother is to kill me.
It's a subconscious thing. It's not even conscious. Okay, Earth Elemental 2 moves towards Mered. Let's click it twice. There we go. First attack hits, rolled a double 19.
I've got 10
You
credits.
succeeded on your concentration.
Yeah, lovely.
And its second attack misses. Right.
Good then, isn't it?
Earth Elemental 3 is now going to attack Ignatius.
I've lost my mojo!
One
what is
and then
this?
a 20. Ridiculous.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that was a
man.
heavy hit. Smashes into you. Through gritted teeth, it's your turn, Ignatius.
Okay, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
In between the Earth Elemental and the Earth Elemental Ancient. Those two
Okay.
next to me. Casting at 5th level.
Okay, the Ancient saves.
Okay. Damage. So that plus it's 4 levels above. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
Okay. The
so vulnerable.
yeah, the this wave eventually slams into it, and it just explodes. It did a lot more damage than you were expecting.
Use that, mate. That's beautiful.
Going to be using that again.
Or not.
Don't say that.
I'm going to use my bonus action to drink my potion of greater healing.
Nice. Okay. I think that's 4d4 plus 4. Let me
Do you have to concentrate, target yourself, do you? Or...
Potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus
I'll
4.
take it out your inventory for you. Okay.
Die 4d4 plus 4. Target. Do I target myself yet?
No, just if you're typing /die, just type it.
Come on, fours, baby. Not bad at all.
Okay. You feel the pain in your leg recedes slightly. It's now a dull throbbing where the elemental slammed you before. Okay.
That's me.
Let's see if it gets its earthquake back.
Bad boy.
It does not get its earthquake back.
Yeah, that could be bad then.
So it's just going to carry on trying to whack you, Ignatius.
Okay.
It's...
Oh, fuck. Good job you fucking healed. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Misses. Ignatius is looking rough. He's been through the meat grinder, but he's still going.
Is a dimension door coming up?
Is that the letter I, or is that a slither of health?
Wow.
Oh dear.
That's I for Ignatius.
Okay, Merad, you're up.
Fuck.
Wow.
I can't heal you this turn. I can't hear you. Like I could. Fuck it. I disengage
Okay.
and stand next to Ignatius.
Okay, he's
Look how
10 feet above you.
Look how much health Mark's got.
Disengage using my cunning action.
Yeah. He marks 10 feet above you. What's the range on your heal?
Oh shit, it's touch. Oh, Mark, can I jump up 10 foot? Ah, for fuck's sake.
Can't you dimension door onto his knickers or something?
It uses my action if I do, and I can't do anything on it. Ah, fuck. I can't.
You feint an attack at the earth element.
I got
out of the way and
move into range of the big boy then and just fuck it.
to there, where you're in.
Yeah,
range.
what? Am I in? I'm getting into melee range of the big boy then. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, man. I forgot you were floating.
No worries.
Okay, here we go then. Action tab. Trusty dagger goes. Hits. I do believe it hits. Drag. Sneak. Drag. Divine strike. Trusty dagger. Damn it.
Let's shock it.
A lot of ones. Short sword silvered.
Well,
Okay, you slam your dagger into one of the cracks in the leg of the beast, just kind of wiggling it from side to side, widening the crack. The
cold.
green fumes emanating fill the crack up, and it roars in pain.
Get a cold back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me done.
You're done.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
Yes.
Shit, Mark.
Move these.
Right, I've always got my 5 temporary hit points, so. Reckless. And we'll go for the Uber one. class, guys. No.
Excellent.
I'm getting bad damage rolls. I'm trying. Resisted it. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Done.
It's gonna. What's it gonna do? It's got the centre. No, if it moves there, it's gonna be. No, what it's gonna do is it's gonna sink into the ground and then pop up next to Mered.
It's a room there. It appears to be on a stalactite thingamajiggy.
It just emerges from it.
Cunt.
That's its penis.
That's his cousin. The
Arse.
sack hits.
Oh!
It made your concentration. Second attack.
God.
Hits. Oh no, misses. Because of disadvantage. Okay, Ignatius. You're feeling
Okay,
pretty
as
battered.
my movement, can I push against it and push myself backwards?
Very tall. Very tall.
It's kind of against the. Let me see what's high. Let me see how tall it is. So you're 10 feet above it. So yes, it's 10. It's at least 10 feet tall.
It's
So
going to be
yes,
about
you
a
can.
4 foot long staff, isn't it?
Can't you just
So I
cancel
can.
levitation because it's not benefiting you?
So with my good foot, it is benefiting me when he does earthquake, mate. So with my good foot, can I push myself backwards?
Yeah. Okay. You can drift. How far was it? 10
Okay.
feet.
I don't know. I can move up to 20 feet in levitation, but I'll let you. You're the GM. I don't know how much strength I've got in my leg
Make
to push
a-
myself
make a strength
backwards
check.
and how far I'd go.
Make a strength check.
How far I'd go, I don't know.
If it's 1 to 10, you move 10 feet. If it's 10 to 20, you move 20. Okay, yeah, you can move 20 feet back if you want to move yourself.
There we go.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, I have to go AFK for 30 seconds or so. I'll be right back.
All right.
Tease.
Don't you want your attack of opportunity first?
I'm not going to push my luck. They're melee anyway.
Huh?
They're melee. What damage is a staff going to do against that?
No, the Elder Earth Elemental gets a attack of opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
at least I'll fall unconscious on the... We've not had 6 rounds yet, have we?
No, we're on the third.
Third, so another 30 seconds worth of wall of fire. Yeah. Oh no, if I'm unconscious, that's it. It will cancel out.
Fizzle. Repeat after me. I am not a tank.
I was well away from it. It nearly moved everything next to me.
Neil's just picking on you, basically.
He does. He picks on me because of his brother.
You need to have a word of the Dungeon Master's Guild.
I think he's picking on you and Dave because he's sick of my damage absorption.
Yeah.
He'd need about 5 of them to kill me.
It's just going to be you and the Earth Elemental at the end. As long as I've got this spell up there, disadvantage to hit me. But I can use that spell and end it, and they have to make a charisma cell and disappear back to their plane. Which I won't use on the big one, obviously, because you get here. But if I do that, then the big twat's going to hit me.
We might have to walk back up the hill to the teleport thing.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm going to use my 7th level spell.
You're gonna fucking nail it.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Right, Ignatius, you reach out. This a bolt of pain shoots up your leg as you force yourself away and float backwards across the cavern.
Who's next?
Okay, in the interests of honesty and transparency, do you get a attack opportunity on me?
Yes.
Do I
Do
leave that at your
had
range?
a reaction this round, so yes.
Oh god.
Okay, so it's going to make a.
Oh god. Oh god.
Okay, against Ignatius.
Oh!
I rolled a 2.
Very lucky.
Okay, this huge
Got
fist
+11.
whistles through the air, narrowly missing you as you slowly float backwards.
That was the roll of the century.
Okay, I'm
Magneto.
going to cast Disintegrate at it at 7th level.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, good luck.
Got it targeted.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Come on. Fuck!
It rolled with advantage, because it's got magic resistance, and it rolled a 19 and a 20, I'm afraid.
And I need to roll an extra 3d6 on top of this because it's an extra level above.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm going to re-roll, use a font of magic, and I'm going to re-roll those 3 ones first.
Okay, so 3 off this. So
Right.
that's an extra 9. Okay. And then an extra 3D something.
3D.
What's
Is
the
it
extra
3D6?
3D6 for?
So an extra 11.
What's the extra
Need to mark.
3D6 for?
Because it's 6th level spell, I'm casting a level above.
But it does D8 damage, doesn't it?
I don't know.
It did 10d8, your disintegrate did.
Yeah,
So it should be 3d8.
so it's
shouldn't it?
3d8. Yeah,
3d6.
3d8, sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
So forget that 11.
I am. Watch you roll 3 now.
3 ones. No.
No,
Oh yeah, much better.
decent.
Wow.
And seeing as it would have all been the same roll, can I re-roll that one again?
Yes.
Without using another font of magic.
Roll
So
another
that's...
D8, yeah.
Ignatius, my
Oh,
legs
wow.
are broken. He's got floppy legs. He's levitating with floppy legs.
Right, let me mark that 7th level spell off. There we go. And then I'm going to use a font of magic to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Hold on, you've already used part of magic this round.
Oh yeah, you can. Can't you use more than one around?
Not on 2 different things.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. Is
oh,
your part of magic? Does it take it as a bonus action or something like that? Empowered spell. Yes, you can. Which spell are you trying to do? Quickened.
I was going to do it's a cantrip,
Yeah, but was it quickened or twinned you were doing?
quickened.
Yeah, you can do
Oh,
it. Yeah, you can
actually,
use
no, I'm going to do twinned.
Okay.
I'm going to do twinned and cast Disintegrate on the other Earth Elemental as well. Instead of casting Blade Ward. Let me deselect him.
Okay, at your spell's normal level, it's a single target, isn't it? Normally.
So hang on.
Disintegrate is normally
Oh.
a single target, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, then you can
Let me
do
just
it.
double check.
You can do it if it is. As long as it's not a multi.
Yes. Have I got the right one selected? Yeah.
You've got Earth Elemental 2 selected, yes.
Ooh, 6.
Ah, Dad.
Fucking hell.
Boom.
Okay, it just
Fucking hell.
there's two jet black beams burst out. One slams into the smaller earth elemental, and it just explodes. The other one's looking a little bit rough. It's got a few holes.
That's it. I'm out of fonts of magic. Because when you use the quicken spell, you have to use as many fonts of magic as the level of the spell. And I have 6 left. So
Okay, well the bad news is its earthquake has regenerated.
Yeah. Shit.
damn it, no fonts of magic left.
Ragnar falls to the ground once more.
Oh, fucking hell.
I won't bother putting prone on you because you'll get up before it attacks you. Damage.
He's got advantage on me anyway because I reckless attacked, so it doesn't make any difference.
Okay, maintain your concentration, Murray.
Yeah.
The earth explodes around you. And it's
Ignatius, get the fuck out of there.
then gonna target Murray. It's gonna carry on.
What?
If it comes up through the ground at me, it's going to take 5d8 damage from the...
Yeah, that's true. Very good. Very good
That's
positioning.
why I
sir.
pushed myself back there.
Very good. like it.
Okay, it's trying to slam you, Mered. Misses.
Oh, my legs! I got too floppy.
This
I'm
is-
gonna be like Xavier. Xavier. I need a
Mered's
wheelchair.
dodging around as these huge fists are slamming into the ground, narrowly missing you. The final one just catches you in the shoulder, though.
It's bad.
Maintain your concentration.
Maintain the concentration.
Mered, you're up.
Shing. I'm gonna go directly opposite Ragnar. So I get advantage on attacks.
Pivot.
Okay, yeah. Click the advantage button.
Pivot. Pivot. Pivot.
Okay. Dragon 2 Tiger. Ba-dang, hits.
You gotta love the old school drawings of Earth Elementals.
Strike. Dagger.
Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a stone
Slam your
Sonic.
dragon
Okay,
teeth down
and
into
the
it.
short sword hits as well. Oh, nice. What's that? Once per turn, so they're both once per turn. So I don't get +5 to this damage.
Okay. Didn't add the +5, did it?
So it's only 2.
Okay, so 5 off that.
And I'm going to
Did that wrong, sorry.
back off.
There we go. You're not disengaging though, are you?
Because I've got my mobility feat. Anything that I
Okay.
attack, I
Yeah,
can back off on.
Don't I get an advantage to attack if it's flanked? And then
Yeah,
I
it's
can
not
use
flanked
reckless
anymore,
attack.
mate.
Ooh, that's a point, mate.
But you can disengage if you want. I'll just reckless it. I got loads of hit points, mate. Get away from it.
Okay, yeah. Peach Bosh.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
Did I take any damage? I've got 4 temporary hit points, so I can't use the heal effect on that. Should I go shit up? No, I can't. He's got a high armor class, so I've got to...
Yeah, true.
I need my +12 to hit.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, watch out. That's 30.
30.
Watch out.
Oh,
20 plus. So 26.
That's 56 damage. I think it absorbs this, but I'm going to go for it anyway.
Piercing.
Yeah, it's not strong enough to...
Mm-hmm.
It's not a magical attack.
Okay.
True.
Well, Why didn't I play a full berserker? Then I would have had 3 attacks.
Ignatius, you're racked in pain.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Shatter just behind it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's that thunder damage.
At level 4.
Okay.
I'm down to my 4th level spells now.
Fuck.
Okay, save. What happens on the save? Anything? Okay. Oh, the damage, but it's fun. Okay.
That's it.
It's an explosion of noise and rock behind it as crack appears under its feet, and bits of rock fly into its back.
What are you giggling away at?
Okay, guys, it has regenerated its earthquake. It can get you both.
Oh, dear.
Ragdoll falls to the ground again. I am going to put prone on him this time because he's going to get hit in a minute.
Because he needs every advantage he can get.
And damage. Okay, you managed to hold on to your concentration as the earth seems to shake violently again and rocks smash up out of the earth as it pounds its fist into the ground. It then turns towards Ragnar.
It's gonna hurt, mate. It's gonna hurt. A bit. A little bit.
Hits.
As long as it's not a critical. As long as it's not a critical.
And hits. Okay, three fists slam into you, knocking you from side to side. Your vision blurs slightly. Okay.
Keep taking the piss. I've done nearly twice as much damage as you.
Okay, I'm moving opposite Ragnar.
Well, more than.
I've got him targeted. Dagger in the back.
Flanking.
Advantage clicked.
Fucking I just punched my head in. It didn't do any damage.
Divine strike, trickery, sneak attack. Damage.
Fuck, why did I take so much damage?
And then the short sword.
He's a rogue, he's getting flanking damage, sneak attack, and his divine strike.
No, why did it hit me for 40?
It hit you 3 times.
Hit you 3 times? This thing hits hard?
5 off. 5 off this. Ooh. So only 7.
Okay. Okay.
I know. I will. This.
It's starting to look rough now. Bit of.
I will disengage again. Whoa.
There's little bits of pebbles and rubble falling from it as it moves now. It seems to have
Crush your
slowed down
enemies.
its movement.
See them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
It's going into a death frenzy.
Hear me, Crom.
We need critical.
It's.
Oh yeah!
This, you just take a second to line your blow up. You aim for the crack in its chest. You swing your axe. It slams directly into the crack. Flames leap out in an explosion. The whole thing just bursts apart, showering the entire cavern in rock. You've done it.
Nice.
Fatality.
First thing I'm gonna go do, as Ignatius makes his way down the stairs, I meet him.
I'm not coming down off my levitate. I can't. I've got no legs.
Okay, I go and I stand with Ignatius.
There's plenty more gifts. There's plenty more gifts.
I just cross my arms and tap my foot. Is it anytime, Ignatius? Anytime you want to come down?
Just looking at the gifts you posted.
Are you coming down?
That's hilarious.
Do you want to heal?
Ace Ventura one.
I'll take it you do eventually float down, Ignatius.
Yeah, but to within. I'm not coming down, not touching the floor.
No.
Okay, I'll grab you by the ankle. And
Okay, he's hovering his
don't
crotch
worry,
at eye level.
you won't. 2, 3, 4, 5. You won't feel a thing, mate.
Oh no, that's not bad.
I'll give you a heal.
Thank you.
Okay, you gingerly touch down after Mered has summoned the powers of his gods.
Right, let's get this core, boys. Who's got the corkscrew? We did remember to bring it.
You did, yes, yeah. So yeah, so you take the core, you utter the incantation. The end of it starts to spin round. You drill down into the centre, this huge rock that's been left standing where it was, and in the centre of it is this black, perfect sphere. The core kind of grabs onto the core extractor, kind of grabs onto it, and you pull it out of the rock.
Well, that was pretty hairy.
I think I'm going to have to rest a bit before we walk back up.
Oh,
You
come
can,
here,
you
you
can
silly
walk
bugger.
back, you know.
Can I carry him?
Hang on.
Yeah, you can
Hang
put his
on.
arm around his shoulder and
Hang on, mate.
there you go.
Stop being a
Your legs are
wuss.
feeling much
Oh,
better. You're just
right.
feeling
Forge back
heavily
together.
bruised, but you can walk now.
I'll use the
Excellent,
spell
alright.
to regain
We'll
that slot.
stumble back up to the teleporter then with our new prize.
Okay.
Let's rope ourselves together. We don't want to fall off the edge after we come so far.
No.
Okay.
Well, we'd float,
You
but
slowly, painfully make your way back up. The darkness doesn't seem quite as oppressive on the way back out, and it's almost a relief as you exit the cavern and enter the shaft with the waterfall running down. The water splashing around you freshens you up. You make your way slowly back up around the shaft and across over the narrow chasm. Ignatius wobbles a few times, but manages to get across.
You make your way slowly back up the shaft.
Oh,
It's like shades of grey or
Dear
something.
me. Only in your mind.
yeah.
And the portal is still there, glowing with a strange darkness. You step through, stumble onto your knees as you stumble through the portal. Bramalag is passed out in the corner of being attended to by a couple of priests, and there is another mage you don't recognise, gritted teeth, beads
I
of sweat pouring
can't
down
handle
his
his ale.
face, maintaining the portal. And as you step through, he releases it with a gasp and sinks to his knees.
Thank you for keeping the portal open.
Bless you, brother.
We've successful.
Yeah.
We were successful. Hold it up.
Praise the Lords.
Praise the Lord.
So who do we see about getting paid for this then?
You head over to Bramalag, who is conscious, but he's very pale. My friends, it took a lot out of me holding the portal open for so long.
Took a lot out of us as well.
We're glad you did. Sit down in a chair.
Do you have the core?
Yeah.
We have it.
Thank you. We will take this to the Forge of Spells and empower it. As a reward, we will empower some items for you.
Yeah, baby.
You may each choose one item. And we will empower it and bring it to you. So you can each choose one magical item of rare power or less, or 2 durable magic items, i.e. not single shot, or potions, of uncommon or less.
Wow, what?
Where's
What, like your armour?
So if you tell me the sort of thing you want, I can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tell you
That
what
pearl
they
of
do.
power that Dave's got. What's if I got something? Would I be able to get something like that to get a spell slot back? And what sort of spell slot would I get back?
It's
Pearl
I
of
need
power.
you need to attune it, and it's 3rd level.
Oh,
It's uncommon, so you could have one of those.
And it's
so
once
I'd
every day.
have to attune it.
We
I'd
get
have
something
to
enchanted
attune
that
it.
we've already got.
No, they will provide you with a new item. It could be 1 item of rare or less, or 2 items of uncommon or less.
I could get rid of them gloves now, where you can catch missiles. I've not used them for ages.
So rare,
get
you
a
could
pearl of power
have
instead.
an amulet of health, arrow +2, arrow catching shield, bag of beans. Oh no, that's consumable. Battle axe +2, belt of dwarven kind, belt of hill giant strength, a blowgun with +2 needles, boots of speed, boots of levitation, braces of defense, various breastplate armors of resistance, various sets of chainmail of resistance.
What we're going to need in the
cloak
Weather
of
Dragons, boys.
displacement, dimensional shackles, dragon tooth dagger, elix. Oh no, that's consumable. Elven chain, figurines of power, a folding boat, gem of seeing,
Oh, that's
glamoured
it's
studded
gotta be a
leather.
folding boat.
Oh, there's 5 pages of this stuff. Have you got the? Can you look up the items? Do you have an item? If you click library, can you click items?
Yeah.
Mine's clicked already.
And then there should be a
Shopping.
filter at the bottom that you can change
You
the
what, Neil?
rarity.
Sorry, what did you say, mate?
There's a filter at the bottom. You can change the rarity to rare or uncommon.
Oh, I've just got rare. No, it's because we've not got the GM thing. It's not.
Yeah, it's just showing me what I've got that's rare.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, we can. You can place your orders if you have a look.
Well, I was gonna that thing's uncommon. That pearl of power.
Yes. So you can.
But
Have
I can
one.
have 2 uncommon things. Can I have
Yes.
1 pearl of power with 2 charges?
No. Pearl of Power only has 1 charge, and there's a chance it can. Is it a chance, or it does replenish?
How many
your-
charges does it have?
It's unlimited. It's once every day. Once every day. So at
At dawn
daybreak
every day.
every day. It's 3rd level or lower.
So I've got to pick another uncommon one.
Let me just see if I can share the Dungeon Master's Guide with you guys for now.
Next dawn.
Um,
You can use it as a spell.
There you go. You should be able to load the Dungeon Master's Guide in now. So if you go to library, click on modules, make sure the DMG is open.
Modules. Click.
Then click on items.
Ah, there we
And
go.
then you should be able to search.
Dungeon Master's Player's Guide. Yeah.
No, you should be getting the Dungeon Master's Guide as well. I've opened both up to you.
No.
Ooh, Amulet of the Black Skull, teleportation and bane.
Items. Oh, magic items.
And then if you should be able to sort by rarity as well if you click the items box in the library.
There we go. So it's uncommon. I need another uncommon one.
No, I can't see the rarity thing.
Yeah.
On library, if you click in the top window of library, if you click the items button,
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck's sake, where's my character?
then you should be able to search by rarity.
Oh my god, lag. Everything's
It's now
Yeah,
downloading
lag.
the Dungeon Master's Guide.
It's massive.
Okay, so we can search for those some of the time.
Okay. As soon as this lag stops,
Yep.
we don't know.
Thank you. With these cores, we will be able to empower the forge, and start supplying the army with magical weapons.
It has been a pleasure.
My screen's completely frozen.
Where's the... How do we get the list of stuff up?
Click the library button, Rich.
Okay.
Then click modules. Then you should be able to find the Dungeon Master's Guide in there. Make sure you have it loaded and open.
Dungeon Master's Guide. Load.
I'm going to take an AFK while we're sorting this out.
Yeah.
Then you can close that window, and in the library window at the top there should be an items button you can press.
And the item shared. Ooh. Huh?
Have you found it?
Yeah, I think so.
So that opens up a window of magic items, and you can sort by rarity. At the bottom there's a drop-down list. You can sort by common or rare.
Alright, let me scroll down.
It might be lagging because you have to load in the DMG, so it'll take a minute or two to load it.
Oh yeah. Jesus. Because you don't have to attune armor, do you?
Depends on the armor. It'll tell you in the description. So armor of radiant resistance you need to attune, but chain armor +1 you don't, for example.
Yeah, it's lagging, isn't it?
Yay,
Yeah,
I've successfully
very
broken
laggy.
everybody's computers. Did it work for you, Mark?
Yeah, it's working, but it's super, super laggy.
Okay.
It's obviously still loading up the DMG in the background.
So many to choose from. Any item we can pick of rarity.
Any rare item you can have one of, or you can have 2 uncommon items. But they need to be durable items, so not single-shot potions or single-shot items.
I think I'm going to have a Pearl of Power to give myself an extra spell slot.
Okay.
And I will pick the other uncommon one that doesn't need a tuning. And I'm going to untune my gloves for the Pearl of Power.
Okay, this will take some time to get the item to you, so don't do it yet.
I won't untune it yet.
Okay, let me know what the other item is. You can also filter by type as well, so you can filter by rare and then underneath filter by armor, for example.
Yeah, I filtered by attunement. No, because
Yeah.
I'm up to my attunement limit.
Seen that Cape of the Mountebank where you can use it once a day to cast Dimension Door? Nice.
Fucking just still loading armors.
Okay,
There we
and for the purposes of the video, as you rest up and take a drink that's proffered to you by the acolytes, you will gain a level as well. And for the purposes of the video, we will leave the session there.